Mrs. Megalomaniac is saying there's no such thing as left extremist. Oh boy. There are only right-wing racists slash conservatives slash fascists who enable racist slash patriarchal slash fascist and oppressive power structures that have been put in place by their racist and arist and fascist ancestors. There are liberals who, because of their economic position, keep enabling the same racists and fascists in their power structures while pretending to be good people. And there are leftists who oppose the rapists and the genociders, the oppressors and the racist. If you do not, oh my goodness, if you
all the buzzwords are there.
Yeah, if you do not oppose them or call anti-racist, anti-fascist, etc. an extreme political view, but they oppose everyday oppression and call out everyday privilege, then it is pretty clear which side you belong. You can turn it as much as you want, still just a filthy oppressor or an enabler of an oppressive structure or systems. This sounds like me 2 years ago. Yeah, so
This
this
is
is
extreme tribalism. Our side could do no wrong, and if you even suggest that we are wrong, then you are on the other side. You are the fascist. You are the racist. You are all the evil things that I identified. If just for the fact that you don't agree with us 100%.
Well, there's
Right?
something else I wanted to get into, and when they're saying at the beginning it says there's no leftist extremism, that's just patently false. Earlier we talked about why there is obviously massive distinction, and we've talked about why empirically one is more dangerous. Okay, so we've already addressed that. I want to talk about, like, yes, it does exist. I know it exists. This whole, if you do not oppose them, then you are with them, is black and white thinking.
Yeah.
When I was running around fucking dressed like this, okay, literally, that's when a thought terminating cliche we heard constantly, well, it was popular, is anti-Antifa equals fascist, because anti-fascist is a double negative equaling fascist. That's patently false. Okay, oh my god, I get so tired of saying this. You can oppose fascism and be better at opposing fascism than anti-fascists, so-called anti-fascists, believe it or not. Their tactics, I do not think, will do a good job at actually fighting fascism ideologically. Yeah, so that comment brought up a lot for me. Do you guys have anything else you want to add, or any other comments?
I think just be mindful whenever you say to, like, when you see comments like this and you think that's obviously dumb, just think, do you think like that about anything yourself? Especially if you start a statement with saying there is no such thing as, then that's a red flag, okay? Because it's easy if you say it's a minor problem, it's easier to prove your point, okay? But if you say there's no such thing as, then it's really easy to prove you're wrong. There's no such thing as extremism on the left. If you make absolute statements like that, then you are very, very likely wrong. Maybe not, but very likely wrong, right? So try to, whenever you see something as dumb as that, don't just point and laugh. See, do you think like that about anything? And could you be wrong about that, right? Like, do you think like, oh, there's no such thing as an atheist extremist? Like, I see, for example, atheists go around saying like, oh, atheists do not commit any crimes in the name of atheism. If atheists have done human rights violations, is because of some other ideology, not because of a lack of belief in God, right? But like, challenge that. Is it possible for atheism directly, for example, to be responsible for, just rethink things. Always rethink things. Like, especially if you see something so ridiculous, just be like, what? How do I like? Do I think like that about anything, right? Anyways, but that's just my suggestion. But here's
Well, I mean, in kind of contrast to the comment we just read, then there's this comment by Moishai's Shaz CS. The thing is, extremism on the right is very close to dying down nowadays. However, when it comes to the left, extremism is the only thing they have today. Okay, that's also like objectively not true. Like, um, so it's really interesting to see like people go back and forth on this kind of thing. It's
Right.
not
So this is the opposite of the
exactly. That's
right.
what I'm saying. Like in contrast. But again, like people, both are a problem, but we can
Yeah.
point to data about which is worse and which is most dangerous.
Yeah, so here's the thing. Extremism on the right is very close to dying down nowadays. That is not true at all. The problem with the extremism on the right is that they have been kicked out of all major platforms, so that everybody thinks they're God. But they're there, and there's a lot of them. If you keep digging in the darkest corners of the internet, you will find a cesspool of the most vile, disgusting ideas. Like you guys, you see how like you get like feel like you need a shower when you read some of the Wokistani comments, and you're like, oh my god, that is so stupid, right? It's nothing compared
Nothing.
to the comments that you see from the far right people. Like you want you if you go and there are tons of them. Like there's a lot of them, and they say things that you will lose and hope in humanity as a whole when you read them, right? I
Hmm.
mean, with the woke comments, you just want to point and laugh. With the right for far right comments, you want to go hide under your bed,
Oh my gosh! And
right?
globally, the far right
Yeah,
is terrifying. I like
yeah,
Antifa. It's terrifying.
right. Yeah, globally, yeah, that's true. But
Hmm.
and it's again, it's like for people to feel like to think like the woke extremists, right? You need to do hard work because these ideas are so uniquely moronic that you have to brainwash people into it, right? Like you have to actually work on it. The problem with far right extremism is that they have tapped into something that you are naturally born with, the flaws that human they naturally born with, like the tribalism to for looking at looking at differently at people that don't look like you, wanting to feeling safety in the things that are traditional, wanting to keep tradition, wanting to not change things, not to
Hmm.
progress. They have to do that's why even when you get rid of far right ideologies, you shouldn't be complacent because it could just come back like that. It's because they have tapped into some natural fears and desires that is so easy for the far right to spread their crap. And
Hmm.
that's why I feel like you should, and it hasn't gone away. And even in places that has gone away, you have to know that the far right extremism is something that could always come back really, really fast. This is a problem with Islam and Christianity as well, is because they have been around for so long that they also have managed to tap into our greatest fears and desires, right?
Yeah.
And so that was the first part that is stupid, and the second part is saying, however, when it comes to the left, extremism is the only thing they have today. Oof, that is look at no, like look at the generalization on both sides. This lady like, oh, if you're not with us, then you are part of the fascists, right? You are
Yep.
if you are not an anti-racist, like and we know what they mean by anti-racist, then you are you are a fascist. And this person like, yep, the left is nothing but extremism now. It's just like one after the other. They're like right on top of general.
It's the perfect example of what we're
Right.
talking about.
Yeah. It's
And then
amazing.
the next person below also there's no such thing as leftist extremists.
So here, look at the comments right after each other.
Yeah.
The left is nothing but extremism, and this person right below it, no such thing as leftist extremists. It's
It's
just
a game of tennis.
it doesn't exist. Oh my god. Oh god, what the hell? This is
I
amazing.
love it.
There's no such thing as leftist extremists, only people who are sick of the status quo and want things to change, yet realize that it can't be done through a system that upholds reactionary ideals. By the way, this is like anarchist dog whistle, right? Like when the people say, "Well, it can't be done through this system or that system." what I've noticed is that these are people that want to burn everything to the ground. Like they want to bring down the entire system and, build something new from the ashes, right? So this is accelerationist um, language. I don't know whether
Yes.
whether intentionally or unintentionally Zainab is using that kind of language here. But go on.
I know, and I have to be careful because my sensitivity to these things is so high that I need to always check myself, be like, am I reading more into this than what they're possibly saying? Because my sensitivity to the dog whistles is maybe like, girl, there wasn't even because I'm just so triggered. Um,
Right.
yes, there's a lot going on, and there'll be more coming out with this film soon, or more materials that we can discuss as well and continue these conversations. So, do you guys have any closing thoughts?
Oh yeah, just one last thing is that this comment is moronic. By the way, moronic is the term I use instead of the R word because ever since people told me that you can't use the R word, I like there's nothing that is just like ugh, like stings as much as the R word, right? So I like, but now I mean, actually moronic sounds pretty good, so I'm
Mm.
using moronic instead, right? So this person is
Well, until they take that word away too.
oh oh crap. Okay. Um, so, but this guy is saying, I thought this page, I love it. We have been getting this for the past 15 years. Like people, when they want to say that, I disagree with this, but they're like, saying I disagree with this is not gonna, I want to emotionally, I'm so emotionally hurt by this post that I want to somehow emotionally hurt whoever posted it, right? So they're like, I see people that have not been on our page ever show up for the first time and be like, I thought you guys were like this. Like, who are you? Like, what the hell? Like, I don't like, if you think like we don't post content like this, then you have no idea who we are about, right? And it's funny because we post anti-Christian stuff, or like, and then these anti-Islam people are like, oh, I thought you guys were rational. I didn't know you guys were against Christianity as well. And we post an anti-Islam stuff. Oh, I thought you guys were like not bigots and blah blah blah. I thought based on your other posts that you guys were leftists, but I'm so disappointed. Like this is yeah actually if you this is what people do in personally as well, right? To if they want to like I want to tell somebody that is wrong, but I just want to make it hurt a little bit, so they say
Mm-hmm.
like, Susanna,
Mm.
I'm so disappointed in you. I thought you were like this and this, and I admired you and I believed in your work, but now I think like this. Like they want to make it so like you it's not just that you're wrong, but you have let them
Let
down,
them
and
down.
you let them down. Somebody who admired you before, you lost somebody that was a supporter of you. So like emotionally sting. And I was like, I don't give a crap what you think about me, right? Like, why do I? Yeah, but anyways, so this is the comment by this guy. I thought this page only had rational content. By the way, here's actually another exaggeration. I am the founder of Atheist Republic, and I could guarantee you that it's impossible that we only have rational content. Okay,
A
I'm
lot of
pretty
it's
sure.
memes.
Yeah, I mean, I could tell you within this. We've been speaking in the past 1 hour about this video, and I can guarantee you that I have not been 100% rational myself in the past 1 hour. Like I'm 100% sure that I have said things right now in the past 1 hour that is definitely not rational. And this guy is saying, I thought your entire page for the past 15 years of it being active had nothing but rational content. Yeah, I can guarantee you that that's not. Why did I like this?
You
I
liked a few of
guarantee
the
that.
other
You liked
comments
it?
too.
Oh,
No, I
that's
forgot.
funny.
Wait, I didn't. Oh yeah,
Oh,
I'm.
you liked it.
Why am I liking it? I didn't mean to like any of this. What the hell? Anyways, where did that comment go? Hold on.
Like the ones that are like criticizing you. They get pissed off when you do that.
Oh yeah, let me just like this just for algorithm. Just what? What? Just watch what all right wings has done to this world. One more thing I have noticed, especially in US, especially in the US, nobody. The far right has done way worse in countries like India. The Republican
Mm.
supporters mostly hate atheists. Oh yeah, so this is like argument. people are like, how could you be like this? You should be left leaning because you're an atheist. This is why, by the way, left leaning people say like, hey, if you are an atheist, you definitely have to be left wing because conservatives are Christian, right? Republicans are Christian, and then the other ones say like the right wing people, right wing atheists, like, hey, if you're an atheist, you definitely have to be right wing because hey, Islam, right? And also because facts over feelings, right? Atheists are supposed to be facts over feelings, and the wokeistani people are just like feelings, my feelings, I'm offended. So again, both the right leaning people say like, if you're an atheist, you have to be right leaning, and then the left-wing atheists say, "Oh, if you're an atheist, you definitely must be left-wing." Again, so that's another argument over there. But anyway,
This comment by Pyro Kitty Cat. I found myself agreeing with you and wanting to beat you up. Perfect balance.